Hello there and welcome to Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. It's a beautiful Sunday. Welcome. My name is Jadil Kabira. I'm with Herman Manyora for our usual political conversations that are simple, truthful, and biased. Prof stopped putting them across in a hard-hitting way, but I'm here with him. How are you, sir?
I stopped.
You stopped.
How?
When you told Raila to give Ruto some time. Eh? But our conversation for today is from the video you did last week. Do not dare Raila. Stop daring Raila. That's what you told Ruto because of these rallies. And we want to speak about the state of the opposition in the country. I want to know first, coming from Kamukunji, was it a plus or minus or no effect to Raila's opposition? Because this was something that was supposed to at least shake some things in the government, according to him.
Yeah, of course, Raila sent a message that if you write him off, do so.
No, but
at your own cost.
Was it of any effect? That's I think my main question. That Kamukunji rally.
That getting people that easily, that soon, that simply, that organic must be very worrying to the government.
How so? You know, I've seen some photos and it's like there was no as much people as people expected there
not
to
many
be.
People in Kamukunji?
Not as expected because there were some
if the president called a rally, would he get a quarter of that crowd in Nairobi?
So for you,
would he expect tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? Jamhuri Day?
Jamhuri Day, yes.
Even they are giving people something. If you go there, they give you, I don't know what.
A scholarship for, I think, some technological thing.
Do you think they'll get that quarter of that crowd and 1/8 of the crowd? But more importantly, if that crowd wants to cause trouble, what kind of trouble can it cause?
Do you think it's
more seriously?
Yeah.
What kind of trouble can that crowd cause?
Can cause quite some trouble.
That's how you look at it. How many people can get 1/10 of that crowd in Nairobi? Even if you give them a year.
No, not so many people. Yeah. But I want to know.
If you want to judge the success, I think you have the answers.
You've said it can cause some trouble, but I want to know, because Deputy President Rigathi said this is what Raila did in 2017 to 2018 to get a handshake. Do you read from the same angle that this is the typical
Gachagua is my friend.
Raila?
Gachagua is my friend, and I hate to say it, but I have to say that's cheapness.
Because this is what we saw with Raila back.
It's not even cheap. I haven't finished. I have to sip tea, my tea, not citizens'
tea.
Citizen TV. And better TV than I can get in Citizen. Incidentally, Citizen has never served me tea.
But on Twitter, you are there drinking tea. But you said it's cheapness from Gachagua. Let's not be Citizen.
It is even dangerous. It's playing with fire.
How so? Because how so? Just explain.
Don't dare, Daira. I've asked you a simple question, and it's very innocent. And remember, why I say these things without fear is because I love my country. I've asked you one simple question. What trouble can that crowd cause? If they march to State House, can't you run away?
If they are charged,
if they go to State House, you can go away. You need you need less people to chase the president out of the palace than the people who are at Kamukunji. So let's not go in that direction. That's why I'm saying what Gachagua is saying is, first of all, cheap, because the shows is not sophisticated enough to understand the country and the politics at large. It is dangerous because these sort of things can wipe Kenya from the Kenya we know to a totally different thing. And we must never allow that kind of stuff to happen. Let us not, this bragado, this trying to show, you have already won an election. Is there a better way of showing you are tough than winning the presidency? You proved it. You've shown you are tough. Let it stop there. Work for the people. Don't invite trouble, because they're inviting trouble. I don't want to say this, but maybe they lack the benefit of education. Because the sort of education we get in this country is cheap, to say the least.
I'm saying from history.
Yeah, people who know history know that you don't talk like that.
I'm saying after the demonstration before the handshake, there were some. Everything ended, and this is what Rigathi Gachagua is saying. Maybe Raila is looking for an opportunity to get into government.
No, that's not how you talk. I watch a season to analyze namna hiyo. Tuseme, could Raila be wishing to get a handshake? I watch a season. But from where he sits, every word he utters. And allow me to say this. People from the intel community, the NSI, whatever they are called, I don't think they ever talk to presidents in this country. I think Boynet is the only guy who used to talk to Moi. He was a very sharp guy. He knew how to talk to Moi.
Yeah.
Anatoka huko anapiga. I hear people say that. You know, this is dangerous. In my video, I say this is a country that is divided badly. Number one. Okay? This is a country that is hurting badly. Number two. It is hurting from economic hardships. People are restless. People are in pain. People like this can do anything. That's how demagogues come up. They exploit the suffering of the people. And the Ruto is a beneficiary almost of the same. He touches people somewhere. But those who wanaumiza, because people walikuwa wanaumia, it touches them. It resonates with them. Secondly, people are hurting because they don't believe this election was free and fair. There are millions of people who believe this election was stolen. There are many people who have never switched on their television since Ruto was declared the president. Hawajai kuacha TV, hata kununua gazeti. Wakipita kwa venda wanaangalia kando.
Yeah.
There are people in whose homes, if you switch on a TV, you'll get out of the house.
So saying it can be used. This emotional distress.
Dangerous. The emotions are still too high. There's nothing time doesn't heal. With the time, people go back to their normal lives. It is the normal process of even grieving, the stages. Why would you take salt and add into injuries of Kenya? That's what Gachagua and Ruto are continuously doing. And that's what I'm warning them against. It doesn't serve them any purpose.
I want you to talk to me about
it doesn't help them.
This Jamhuri parallel rally that Raila wanted to put into place, and then he called it off, and then you're the one who said Raila gave Ruto some time. Is this the direction that you wanted to see? Because some of his supporters say, man, we are ready to go with you. I think the boys that were speaking in that platform in Kamukunji were saying, if Raila tells us to kill ourselves, we'll actually do it.
Raila has gotten to himself to be like a cult leader. No exaggeration meant the truth that I'm putting on this table. There are many people prepared to die because of Raila. That's like a cult leader. And you don't play with a person like that.
Why cancel the Jamhuri rally? Because for most people, this could have been something to show the president that, look, you need to take us seriously.
I hear there are reasons. I don't know. I heard people saying that reasons will be given. Actually, have been given, I think. Were given?
Yeah, Raila is engaged, something of that sort.
I think he's gone to somewhere, some country.
Yeah, but for the rally itself.
I find it's good because those are not the things we need in this country today. This country is hurting, my friend. This country, and I think President Ruto and Gachagua DP must be told. Yeah. Because the people around them can't tell them. They are busy celebrating and getting jobs and making deals. They have no capacity, no time, no honesty to tell them the truth. This country is hurting.
Because
this country is so bad.
You've said that so many times.
To get 10 million people on the streets and in the villages rioting, it's not a problem. It's very easy.
You say
we don't want to go there. So this Jamhuri Day thing, if it is cancelled, I'm very happy for it. Because it can get a life of its own. And we almost got there in 2017. What if Gachagua is saying, then he also doesn't understand things. He can't analyze situations. This thing almost fell in the hands of Kina David Indi and Miguna. Raila had to wrestle it from them. That's how you must understand the swearing in. Kupoesha watu. Because they're almost taking the law into their hands. And if you look at a country where the chaos has no leader, like in Central Africa, where there's no central command, so that lawlessness doesn't have direction, it's very difficult to deal with a situation like that. It's easier to deal with a situation which has a leader. So you put Raila aside. In school, when there are riots and strikes, The administration pushes the tough guys into leadership. Prefect this, head. Yeah! Then you talk to them.
You know, you speak as if
The
Ruto,
university tried destroying student unions.
Ruto is doing something, of course. There's a
Yes.
bill taken to Parliament for the office of the leader of the official opposition. It's going to, if it passes, Raila will at least have some part in the constitution.
That's
And
tokenism.
what do you want it
But
to
I will not be surprised if our cheap leaders fall for it. I will not be surprised because they are cheap leaders.
I'm saying, what should Ruto do if this is an office that is being
What
created?
Ruto needs to do is very simple. First of all, deliver to the people of Kenya. Do what the people of Kenya want. Don't listen to foreigners. Don't bring them GMO. Don't fail to provide subsidy if that's the only way out because IMF has said. Listen to the people of Kenya and do what the people of Kenya want. Number one. Number two, which actually should be number one. Just remember you are the president. And if you are Gachagua, just remember you are the deputy president. That's all you need to do. Do for the people of Kenya what you promise and what is possible. That which you realize is not possible, explain to them well. Tell them we'll do it later. This time is dangerous to the country. There will be less gain. Don't even engage in a cheap thing, cheap populism like hustler fund, is fully of government. Tell them we thought this money will help you, but we have realized, let's take this into this project to cushion you against high cost of living. This is that we shall do later, okay? Not every Kenyan is a business. Let's suspend that. Talk to them, but let them not see IMF pushing you into making certain decisions that are harmful. Let them not see Americans and other multinationals pushing you to bring them GMOs. Do for Kenyans what you feel is good for Kenyans. And stop behaving as if you are contesting against Raila.
What should be the role?
Raila will be declared so irrelevant. You'll just be laughing all the way when you are in State House. Unaitwa tu Gachagua kuja tukunywe chai. We don't drink. Let's just have tea. Because Raila is just, he is harmless.
From what you're saying,
you have disarmed him.
do you mean there's no need to accommodate the opposition?
No, you don't need.
If you do your job.
Do your job well. Just do to Kenyans what you promised them. What you can't, explain why you can't, and don't do the bidding of IMF. IMF has never meant good to anybody. From the late 1970s, when the SAPs began, from the Casablanca meetings and all those things, it has never done any good, especially to African third world countries. Don't listen to the World Bank. Don't listen to multinationals pushing their agenda on us. Don't listen to Americans. Listen to the people of Kenya. Work with the international community because we cannot live in isolation, but put the interest of Kenyans first. Where you can't do something, explain to them. And above all, don't behave like you are in competition with Raila Odinga because you are not. You are the president. Raila is not the president.
We've always had this.
That's all you need to do.
We've always had this conversation of winner takes it all. And now there's this bill before Parliament for office of the official leader of the opposition. Is this
that is tokenism? That's tokenism.
You still stick with tokenism?
That is tokenism. You have not created the infrastructure, the political infrastructure for the opposition to exist. It will just be an office. And I'm sure they will be fighting for it. I'll be so surprised if Kalonzo and Raila and the rest would not be fighting for it. It's just an office. It's just a name. It's just the cars. It's just the allowances, the money.
But I think there are parts
because
like you cannot.
It must be grounded within a certain philosophical understanding, political underpinnings. It must have some culture. You don't just say, "Let there be an official position," and there it is.
But there are parts like insulating civil proceedings against him. There are appointments into independent commissions. That are some of the
those
things.
Are useless things. That's not what people of Kenya want. People of Kenya want a working government, a working country. You see? A functional democracy. People of Kenya want a country where when elections come, you suspend a few things and do elections and go back to your things. Where an overwhelming majority of people believe the elections were free and fair. Those who lose are bitter, but they know they lost. That's the Kenya people want.
I think
people
Ruto,
don't want the cheap offices
from my side,
for leaders.
I think Ruto knows all things. Why do you think it is so difficult for him to implement?
To
implement just this, you make it look so simple. You just do your work.
For two reasons. One, the president may not implement certain things because he will not make certain quarters happy. IMF, World Bank, Americans, and the Bill Gates and the rest of these fellows. They have exposed themselves. So it's not me saying. The president may not implement things even though he knows they are right because he's targeting 2027. Instead of wasting time trying to recruit leaders, harvest leaders, have them kneeling for you and talking like boys and girls, and they are mature people. Just work for the people of Kenya. From the State House of Nairobi and Harambee House, you'll ensure policies, government policies are implemented to benefit the people of Western Kenya. You don't need anybody from Western to kneel for you, to sing your praises. The moment you find yourself as a leader, listening to court poets, people singing your praise, you must begin to realize alarm bells are ringing. There's something wrong somewhere. And because you don't have genuine friends around you, you don't have advisors, however loud the alarm bells ring, you will never get them. Because the moment you begin to rejoice in people singing your praises, just know something is wrong.
Tell me finally, what is the future of opposition? Now they have these rallies, rally in, on and off every single day.
I feel so sad that our politicians are cheap opportunists. Because leaders like members of parliament can constructively engage with the government. Oversight government. Question wrong things of government. Support government programs that make sense. Work with governors if they're MPs. Criticize governors. Oversight governors. Oversight government. Make laws that are good for this country. You don't need to leave your party to go and kneel for another human being. It shows you are cheap, you are an opportunist, and you are useless. But it also says our democracy has a long way to go, which is sad indeed. It's a long, long way to go.
Maybe you can wrap it up at that until we do talk again. That is the opposition and how President William Ruto is trying to deal with this country as it is. We do talk again. Have yourself a lovely week ahead.